Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Lyndon Thorpe, and this is number 2 event of the 13 event series, which is called Escape the 9-to-5 Grind, Financial Mastery with the Anti-9-to-5 Income Plan. So welcome to this event, which is now live. We're going to start by just talking a little bit about the way to use Zoom. Okay, so if you're new to Zoom, if you go down to the bottom of your screen, you will see two controls which are important. Well, three controls which are important. You'll see chat, and you can chat there. So if you have any questions or comments, you can put them in there. There are reactions, so you can show how you're receiving what I'm talking about by putting your thumb up or waving or whatever. Have a look at the reactions tab. And if you do have an important question and you want to interrupt, please raise your hand, and then you'll be able to get some attention for your question. May I introduce my assistant, Natasha Gaku, who is here to support us. And so if you do have any questions, please chat to her and she will help you with that. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just going to share my screen. I want to talk to you about the theme of today's meeting. Just 1 second while I sort out my slides. Okay, here we go. Okay, just give me 1 moment. Slides are loading up. Okay. Okay. So while those slides are loading up, have a look at this one. These are the questions that I'd like you to think about today. Number 1, as you know, the title of this event, number 2, is the ancient little known, sorry, there's a typo there, little known secret of getting everything you want in life. Okay, so while you're thinking about that title, I'd like you to also think about this question. Name one thing you are grateful for today and how it contributes to your overall happiness. Okay, so think about what you're grateful for. Also think about the title of this. And if you have anything to share, then please pop them into the chat box, and then we'll be able to talk more about those later. Okay, and so, yeah, basically then we are going to think about those questions. And I also need to remind you that the way to register for this event is live. So once you find the link, the Zoom link, click on it and you can register yourself. Nothing else needs to be done. So please register yourself, and then you have to add your details, and then you'll get confirmation mail saying that you have registered. Okay, and so, yeah, let's move on now. Time will be flying away. So I'm going to give you now a short presentation. Okay, if I can get my slides open again. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, but my internet signal is a little bit slow today. Here we go. Opening now. We've had some terrible storms here and wind. And so I think the internet is really slow. Let's see if we can start this presentation from the beginning. Okay, so welcome to Escape the 9-to-5 Grind. financial mastery using the anti-9-to-5 income plan, which you'll learn more about as we move through. And here are the 2 questions I put to you before. Please think about those things that you're grateful for, because this event really is about gratitude. A little bit about me. You maybe saw some of this last week, but yes, I'm a mindful educator. I've been an educator all my life. And mindful means, in this case, that you are very concerned about how people are learning. And you can use things like mindful practices, meditation, reflection, lots of things to make people go deeper into their learning process. I'm originally a musician, a concert pianist, cellist, and singer originally, classically trained. And then I became interested in communication and started to look at English as an academic language and traveled all over the world teaching students, foreign students, how to be academically smart in English, which has been fascinating. I'm also spiritually quite highly trained in the Buddhist schools, and I'm actually a Buddhist priest. So in this event series, you're going to get nurture from all sorts of quarters, but especially the spiritual. I'm really interested in sharing Buddhist ideas with you to make your life easier. I'm a writer, I'm a published author, I'm a creator, and I'm a websitist. I hate the word blogger, so I use website. So I've got 5 websites. Also an alternative practitioner and a music therapist. Alternative practice is Alexander Technique, which is body re-education, and Feldenkrais, which is also body re-education. I'm also an advocate for Indigenous wisdom, because I've spent a lot of time with First Nations, and I will say they're some of my best teachers about life and existence. But above all of these things, I'm a human being living fully on planet Earth. And my motto is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. And this really covers the right living attitude that we have in Buddhist practice. That's a little bit about me and my story briefly. Yes, briefly, I retired 2 years ago now. And after a period of shock and exhaustion from a long career, I kind of woke up and realized that maybe I'd been living a secondhand life, empowering other people, neglecting myself in some ways and in several ways, and that now it was my time to step into the limelight of my first-hand life, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay, I'm an internet entrepreneur. I have 4 businesses, and to enable all that, I had to find a mentor. So I started looking on the internet after I had my awakening, and the first really credible person I came across was Michael Chaney. His philosophy, his way of teaching really clicked with me. And so I joined him as his apprentice, and he has taught me everything I know about marketing, and he continues to support and promote me and my businesses. So I've learned marketing skills. I've been initiated into the business world, from the teaching world, from the academic world. And this all provided me with the seeds for this campaign, the Escape the 9-to-5 Grind campaign. And for this campaign on LinkedIn, I've had tremendous support from Dr. Joseph Noyer, who is the Director of Systemic Diversity and Inclusion Group. And last month, we did a really long interview, which you can find on my YouTube channel, which covers a lot of the questions that this campaign stimulates. Last week in event 1, which was called Break the 9-to-5 Chains, we talked about transformation and passive income streams, financial mastery, and building and creating businesses and online projects. This week, not this week, but just to go through that briefly with you, we talked about stepping out of the shadows of secondhand life, I've mentioned, away from dependence on anybody, really, away from being a highly paid slave, which some people who work 9 to 5 consider themselves to be, away from abdicating responsibility to an employer. As a first-hand lifer, you have to rely entirely on yourself. Away from expectations, okay, you have to create your own system for what you achieve. Away from the relentless routine, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 grind, stepping away from workplace stress and commuting, and stepping away from sacrificing and compromising. And many of these things will be covered in the upcoming events. So in your first-hand life, you are independent, you have financial freedom, there's no compromising or sacrificing, you attract wealth and you're positive, you're building or creating something, establishing strong digital ID for the future, you don't have work anymore, and you're actively helping your audience by contributing something unusual to the global community. And in fact, in my words, you are unswervingly devoted to your own creativity, your thoughts, and your dreams. Okay, so to do this, you need a mindset shift, which is what my training is all about, really. You need to learn about self-development, and there are ongoing challenges. You need to build resilience, because you're the only person you can depend on. You need to learn to take action and not sit back and be passive, to make decisions smartly and quickly, to set goals, and to network. And we can see that Mahatma Gandhi said, "Be the change that you want to see." I really like this quotation, in the world. And the Buddha said, "All that we are is a result of all that we have thought." This week, event 2 looks at, as you know, the ancient little-known secret of getting everything you want in life. Okay. The 3 main key points are the role of gratitude in personal and professional life, the techniques for cultivating gratitude, and how happiness can enhance productivity and creativity. Okay, so we've got 2 components here to get everything you need in life, and help you to get everything you need and want in life. Gratitude. And now this means not just saying thank you. People think gratitude is just saying thank you. No. Gratitude is a positive mindset that changes everything. It's very, very positive. It opens up many opportunities. If you are grateful, you will find many opportunities opening up. And according to research, it brings about 25% plus increase in happiness. So gratitude and happiness are really related. And my theory is that that awe that people 300 or 400 years had ago, 300 or 400 years ago had for the earth, nature, life in general, has really been replaced by expectations. Yeah, we expect things. We're so comfortable that we expect things. And if our expectations are not met, then what happens? We get angry, we get depressed, we get deflated. And so we find a lot of mental instability around nowadays. Gratitude is the remedy for these malaise. So I'm going to be talking quite a lot about that. Now, on the other hand, happiness, you have to realize that it's not ready-made. Okay, certainly not. It comes from your own actions. And in Buddhism, we call that karma. I'll talk more about karma as the weeks progress. Happiness boosts productivity incredibly. Okay, it enhances creativity too. Sorry, it enhances creativity too. And it improves overall well-being. And I'm not just talking through my hat here. This is all proven through research, and there are lots of projects now researching the effects of happiness. And look around you, and you'll see that everybody is searching for happiness. We want it. We all want it. In my book, a long time ago, I decided that being happy was my moral duty. And so I can report that I am truly happy today. I am truly productive. I am truly creative. And I am truly happy, right down to my bottom layers. So if you are grateful and you are happy, then you can step into your first-hand life, into the limelight. You can escape the 9-to-5 grind, and you can start becoming somebody quite different because you're reliant on yourself and you are creative. Okay? Working 9-to-5 grind is often not very creative, as you know. And so people get bored. They're not creating, not making anything. They're just earning an hourly income and furthering somebody else's cap in the process. Let me introduce Michael Chaney to you. He is my benevolent mentor. He's also a visionary. And we have a Millionaire's Apprentice School. Here's Michael, and he is my business partner on the Anti-9-to-5 Income Plan. And this is our school website. And you can see we have lots of posts from Michael. We have contact with Michael all the time. And you can see people at the top of the leaderboard. You can see me there. I'm number 2. I used to be number 1, but I've been usurped. And another member here today, Angus, is number 3. So we're all doing really well. I also would like to tell you that I run 2 newsletters, weekly free newsletters on LinkedIn. You're very welcome to join. Study Wellness is a set of strategies and insights taken from my long career as a teacher. I spent a lot of time counseling very stressed students, especially in Japan, where I live and work. So I've evolved a whole strategy about study wellness. And the other one is connected directly to Escape the 9-to-5 Grind, Wellbeing, Work and Wealth. And this is weekly. And here I share strategies from the Escape 9-to-5 Grind campaign, as well as lots more of articles and strategies I've developed. I'm also very proud to say that since I've been in my first-hand life, I've managed to create 4 websites from scratch. These are from scratch. And you may like to check them out. Jambala Wealth is a spiritual Tibetan Buddhist site which shows you how to use spiritual strategies to attract wealth. Millionaire Mindset Roadmap is psychological roadmap for young netpreneurs and people who want to be millionaires. And as you know, millionaires are being born every day on the internet. Flourish Right Consult is for digital nomads and remote workers. And I've been a remote worker myself for many years, teaching on Zoom. And I've also been a digital nomad, traveling around the world and working at the same time. And then finally, First-Hand Life. This site is directly related to the Escape the 9-to-5 Grind campaign. It's where I put all the articles reflecting that campaign. And at the top of this page, you can see this banner here, which shows the workbook. So accompanying this series of events, there is a live e-workbook, so that everything continually updated and shared with those who get this workbook. I'm also offering everybody who joins the minute, and this is where I will advise you how to go forward using all my training, which is mostly free, by the way. And I'd also like to mention the workshops, which are called the Fast Track Transformation Workshops. At the moment, there is one workshop which accompanies each event, and it's on a Friday. And you can get the times in a moment from the start. There may be another one on Monday. We've not had much response to that, so we're waiting to see if we provide another one or not. So thank you. Thank you for attending today. And I'm going to come back to you now for a moment. Okay, so thank you very much for being patient while I introduce myself. And so you know whose hands you are in if you decide to take advantage of the training I provide. In order to know about everything that these events include, let me share my screen once more. I'm going to show you now just a moment, get a bit of space here. I'm going to show you the startup guide. Now, if you're not attending today, if you can't attend today, don't worry, because you're going to get a copy of this in the follow-up. This is a flip book which will show you everything that is involved in this event series. So there's a lot about me, which I've just talked about. There is birth of the Escape the 9 to 5 Grind campaign and how it came about, links for workshops, the list of events and their titles and dates, the live e-workbook, which you can buy, you can purchase, it's $9.95. And this means you can follow the events if you attend them, because the organic workbook will be developed as we go along. There's also the Your First Digital Venture, which is a blended learning course, 6 steps to create your own website. And this includes videos, audios, texts, challenges, and so on. It's a complete course. And here are the steps. A little mention of the workshops, as I talked about before. One-to-one coaching. Yes, if you are in need of one-to-one help, I can do that. And then finally, the climax of all the training is the financial mastery given by Michael Chaney himself, 5 videos, and the videos are summarized here. And if you complete that, then you may be invited to join Michael Chaney as an apprentice, as I was. And this is really a deep honor. And he will, make sure you're the right kind of person. You have to be someone who takes action, takes things seriously, and so on. Summary, what to do next, a little message from me at the end, contact details, and then my 4 websites, which you can also click on to connect with. So everything is there, and you're going to get a copy of that as my free gift to you. Just a little look at the workbook. So this is a live workbook which changes all the time, and you can see it contains many things. It contains text, self-reflection opportunities, many videos. including a full video of today of the Zoom event, more chances for reflection, inspiration, pages, and so on. So it's a really wonderful publication. And if you get it, then you'll be able to follow everything. And then briefly, here's the your first digital venture. This is available to get you started making your own first website. And there are 6 stages to that. Okay, let me come back to you. So I think you will find that if you have the startup guide, then everything you need to know is in there, and the links are live, so you can click on whatever you like and try it. And then you can always contact me. I've given you 3 ways to contact me to make an appointment. You can book on my Calendly link, or you can email me, or you can join my websites. So there is, lots of opportunity to talk to me about how to proceed. We don't have many questions today, as far as I can see. So that's okay. I'd talk for a little bit longer face-to-face with you about gratitude. Yeah, maybe this is an alien concept to you. Of course, we know what it means. We know what the word means, to be grateful, to have gratitude. But as I intimated in my presentation, it really has lost some of its original meaning, which comes from the time when we were new and we were developing, civilizations were developing, and we had real awe, real respect for nature, for the earth, and so on, and for each other. And so, gradually that has changed, and we're too comfortable now, and we tend to forget about this, okay? Well, I can tell you, every morning before I get out of bed, I practice gratitude. It makes my day complete. It's positive, it's emotional, and if you really want gratitude to work for you, then you have to feel it. And so, yes, wow, every morning, one of the things I am always grateful for is breath. That I could get through the night and breathe. Why? Well, because I exist, and because the earth provides oxygen. One of the only planets that provides breathable air for species like ours. And, there are some people who cannot breathe naturally during their sleep. This is really scary, I think. So every morning, I'm so grateful that I woke up and I could breathe during the night while sleeping. So that's how I start. And then I'm grateful for somewhere warm or cool if it's hot to live. Breakfast is on the table waiting, and so on. All of those little things that we take for granted so much, then I like to appreciate them before I get up in the morning. So what does gratitude do? I'll just briefly go through what it can do for you. Well, yeah, for one thing, it develops huge patience. If you're not grateful, you may tend to be impatient and easily moved to give up on things. I find that being grateful first thing every day makes me very patient, even when I have hurdles and obstacles. It's also the antidote to greed. This is a Buddhist idea that, if you are grateful, then you are not greedy. And these days we have lots of syndrome, poverty mindset, imposter syndrome. These are becoming real psychological problems for people. But, they come from greed, and also perhaps from some kind of poor conditioning as younger people. So gratitude assures us that we have enough. We do have enough of everything in the developed world. Some people in the undeveloped world who don't have enough, and that's another reason to make us grateful. Gratitude opens your heart. Oh, yes. It brings tears to my eyes when I think about how much I've got and how many amazing opportunities I've had in my life. Very moving to feel deep gratitude. Buddhist terms, we say that being grateful makes us connect to the universe. And so by being grateful, we can bond with the universe. And the universe will reflect things back into our life. Fundamental teaching in Buddhism. And finally, gratitude is something we can express through our body, through our speech, and through our thoughts. So we have the means to express it like no other creature. Why human beings are so different. We can express these sacred feelings and emotions through body, speech, and mind. So just a little extra there to inspire you, hopefully. And I'd like, finally, before I close, as we've got no questions, I'd like to tell you about event 3, which is next Wednesday at the same time, at the same time, 9 o'clock GMT. And the title of that event is, "You May Think You're Just Like Everyone Else." Another conspiracy. So we're made to feel everybody's the same, but we're not. We are each unique, not even identical twins are the same. Each being is unique, okay? So this is all about individuality. I'm getting a little bit of feedback here, lovely feedback from Angus, who is saying, oh, he's very grateful for being able to actually get up each morning and live another day on this earth. Absolutely, I feel the same way. And he's reminding me too that it's not GMT, it's BST, British Summer Time. So please mark your calendars for next week. Thank you, Angus, for that contribution. I'm going to stop the recording now. Thank you so much for attending, and we'll see you next week for event 3, and we'll talk about your uniqueness and how you can market it. See you next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.